Is Herobrine real? There are going to be two types of people on the opposite end of this video, either curious or confident whether Herobrine actually does exist in the game of Minecraft. This question has been floating around for quite a while now. Although I am quite fashionably late to this party, being in my position, I still frequently see so many unsure as to if Herobrine is actually real. Right now, I could just say yes or no and end the video there, but that doesn't give anyone the knowledge that brings them one step closer to the truth, and a statement is nothing without the evidence, and by the end of this video, you will indeed know the truth. Let's begin by stating exactly what Herobrine is. The story of Herobrine is a Minecraft urban legend, a myth, a rumor, take your pick. In 2010, the first word of Herobrine was mentioned in a public internet post that was made by one of Minecraft's very own players. In very descriptive detail, this player claimed to have seen a figure standing in the distance, shrouded in the fog. This is the original image captured and provided as apparent evidence. The figure took the appearance of the Minecraft default skin, more commonly known as Steve. However, this Steve had blank white eyes. Shortly after locking eye contact with the player, this figure ran off into the fog, never to be seen again. Soon after the sighting, the same player in the same world discovered 2x2 tunnels in the rocks, small perfect pyramids made out of sand in the ocean, and groves of trees, all with their leaves cut off, strongly hinting that this other figure had been active in their single-player world. The player saved the map and went online in search of anyone else who may have seen the same. After claiming to have made a post, it was deleted in 5 minutes, followed by a private message from a user named Herobrine, containing the word "stop." The link to Herobrine's user page was apparently dead. There are a number of things to be identified in this post that the player made. Prominently, it's very well written, just like every good story, more particularly of this genre. And this one began to grab some attention, so much in fact that it even reached the developers of the game themselves, Mojang. At the end of the list of details from each of their following game updates, Mojang stated, "removed Herobrine." And this is where the story of Herobrine really started to spread. Now, the business practice of removing something that was never meant to be included from a reputation standpoint is something businesses barely ever exploit without an apology. Not unless there was some type of benefit. And the stating of the removal of Herobrine was repeated for updates to come. Due to the raw attention this story was getting, it became a very convenient strategy for marketing the game, not to mention produce a fantastic, tiny side narrative for the game's community to delve into. And it became exactly that. Many newcomers to this developing drama saw it as an opportunity to share their apparent experience with the mysterious Herobrine, gaining attention even beyond Minecraft's playbase with ease, and so many of these self-titled sightings started appearing on social media when it rose as a hot topic. But when a rumor is spread to enough ears and eyes, some will eventually dig a little deeper. And it's my regret to inform you, whether you knew all along or not, the digging doesn't have to go very far until an answer is found. The story of Herobrine continued when apparently another email was received a month later, claiming the Herobrine username belonged to a Swedish gamer and brother of Notch, the founder of Minecraft. Now, when a tale makes a bold claim like this, best make sure facts would be able to back it up. The player claimed they conversed through email with Notch himself, with Notch apparently stating that he had a brother who was no longer with him, implying he previously passed away. That is where the story of Herobrine has to be forcefully cut off. A quick fact check will show that Notch never had a brother. He does, however, have a half-brother, so does it now come down to a game of definition? Gratefully so, it does not. Speculation was put to rest when Notch himself made the following public statement. On the 9th of January 2011, in his own words, Notch evidentially said, "Herobrine isn't real in any way. I never had a brother. There's a half-brother I never meet, and he's not in the game." Later, in August of 2012, Minecraft game designer Nathan Adams, aka Dinnerbone, replied to a user saying, "We have no plans at all to add Herobrine. I doubt this will ever change." If hearing from the developers themselves isn't enough, countless efforts have been made by experienced coders that have scanned through every file within the game's code, none of which hint at a possible Herobrine mob. The sheer success of the widespread legend of Herobrine is no lie, and when it reaches as many ears and eyes as it has, there are many who stumble across the rumour first before they stumble on the facts, potentially convincing the uninformed mind of Herobrine's existence, and it's right there where the divided audience was born. Some to this day still remain confused, and fairly so, as efforts to maintain this famous community-wide myth is still being stretched out by Mojang as they've continued to include statements of his removal in update notes and even in promotional posters. But today, many years later, it's clear most now know the truth behind the tale. Although this one time I did see someone standing behind